Hey guys, this is Trevor Probant. Today is the 28th of May, 2025. Just going to come on and kind of talk to everybody about what's going on my end and with the new brokerage and what we're working on and things like that. So, a little bit of a background. My dad has been a broker in Texas for I think 15 years, 12, 15 years, but he's only used it basically to help buy his own product, right? Um, just a way to get paid while you're investing in other deals. So his full-time gig is a raw land appraiser. He's been doing that since, I guess, 40 years now, and ranch land, raw land appraiser. But I mean, he was the president of the appraisal organization for the state, went to DC, lobbied, everything else. My uncle has been buying and selling real estate for a long time, but he just got his license. So, and he is retired from his job that he had for a long time, I guess since the early 90s. And we've been talking about something that basically started at our porch of our barn that we were working cows at 4 or 5 years ago. And maybe even longer than that. And we were just talking about what we love and how we love it. And, got done working cows. I don't remember if we were pregnancy testing or what we were doing. But anyway, sat there and just really talked about it. And finally, I decided that it was time to make that become a reality. So, we've got a new Go West Lands. We're going to continue to invest, obviously. Still own a bunch of inventory, still doing deals all the time. But the reason I'm kind of talking to y'all is to let you know that we are more than willing to pay referral fees if you have a license. And again, you can live in Washington State. And if you send us leads that kind of fit our wheelhouse, we are more than willing to pay you a percentage on the commissions whenever those happen. No questions asked. That goes directly from title company. So here's the process. Say you are in Washington State and you got a hold of a 300-acre property in southeast Texas. Okay. And the landowner wants to sell, but he does not have he's not going to take a haircut on the deal. It's not a good subdivide. There's not enough, whatever it is, right? There's not enough population. There's a million reasons why it's not a good deal, right? It doesn't have the frontage, whatever that is. What I am doing with this new brokerage is we are now working to make sure that when you call me or us in the future here, and you say, hey, Mr. Adams needs to sell his property in Liberty County, Texas. It's a 300-acre tract, looks nice, whatever that is, not a problem. I can't do anything with it, but he said he's willing to sell it, and he wants y'all to give me a shout. That's all you have to do, okay? We take over from there. We discuss with Mr. Adams what the real value is, pull comps, run numbers, talk to appraisers, things like that. Set up the listing, go through the whole project, right? All the videos, all the whatever it is. And also, we are also willing to invest into that property in order to make it a better property, right? That's a negotiation and something that we work on individually. But that's something where we can bring in the capital to make those improvements to their property to hopefully sell it at not only a higher price, but also to turn it quicker. Okay. It's nothing that you have to worry about. However, if you say, hey, I've got this property, it's 300 acres in Liberty County, I can't really do anything with it on the investment side. Send it to me, especially if you have your license. And what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to get, depending on the property and depending on the lead, things like this. Let's say that you can buy 300 acres and they're going to be worth $67.50 an acre. So that's a $2 million property, right? Most of these are going to trade at a 5% overall commission, right? Which half of that is listing, half of that is going to come from the buyers. So you're going to 0.025. That's a potential $50,000 listing times 0.2, let's say it's 20%. You can make $10,125 directly from the property or directly from the title company through a referral fee, right? That's going to go to your brokerage, or if you're your own broker, whatever that is in your particular state. Okay. You don't have to do anything on that. We sign documents. Everything is legal beagle. It goes part of the whole project, right? Referral fees, things like this. We are not afraid to pay referral fees. We want to pay as many referral fees as we possibly can. And we want to be able to pay you, a dead lead and give you $10,125, right? If you do that 3 or 4 times a year, all of a sudden, once a quarter, all of a sudden you're making an extra 40, 50, 60,000 bucks. You didn't have to show it. You didn't have to do any of the paperwork, didn't have to negotiate anything, didn't have to do anything. Okay. This is what we really, really want to do. I'm probably going to end up hiring someone full time that does nothing but builds relationships on the investor side. Okay, guys. From the get-go, you're going to work with me, but we are going to set this up where we can do all that. If you do not have a real estate license, please get one. Depending on your state, usually Texas is the biggest pain in the backside. But if you do not have that license, most of these can be done over 2 weeks, and you can make a bunch of money, whether it's in your backyard that you're working on, that you can list your own properties. There's a million different reasons why to. I understand it's a pain in the butt. It's really not that big a deal as long as you, even if you're sending letters, you're making these offers one way or other, as long as you say, hey, I am a real estate agent. I am here to make as much money as I possibly can. This is my license number, whatever, right? On the other side, if you do not have a real estate license, we can pay you a marketing fee. It's a flat fee. It will depend on the individual project. It'll depend on the price, things like this. Something that I'll have to make sure on. I just want to make sure, and I know it's done all the time, but really the easiest way to do that, depending on there's a million different ways of doing it, but the best way is for you to get your license, or your wife or your husband or your, whatever that is. If you're doing a ton of marketing, I may be interested in potentially putting together and for the quality kind of product, may be interested in putting into an LLC. There's a way that we can get kind of around all that as far as us being partners. I have a license, you don't, but you can pay a way of doing it that way on the marketing end. Again, however, it's easier if we can just pay a referral fee to you for sending us leads on properties that we want to list and the quality product that we have. Okay. This is a great way to pay for all your marketing, right? This is a great way to build great relationships on multiple different ways, but Go West will be across multiple states within the end of this year. Right now, we're working on finding the right agents in a couple of these different areas. We've already got 3 of them that we've got verbals on, but this is where we're going to go. It's going to be in multiple states. Just locked up a bunch of funding. It should be pretty interesting. My whole goal from all this stuff is to continue to vertically integrate everything. Working on SOPs and things like this are a damn nightmare. Makes me want to cry all the time, but it's something that I need to get done. So, if you're interested, Trevor at Go West Lands, or call, text, whatever you want to do, 940-736-8797. And look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.